Hey guys, it's Tony with Wood Tramp Outdoors. You've written me many times throughout the years asking me if I had ever seen anything from the Hidden Woodsmen. The answer was no. I'm changing that today, so hang tight. I'm going to share this with you. Alright guys, welcome back. The dude's name is Malcolm. He's located out in Massachusetts. He's been making outdoor gear, especially conveyance items, backpacks, haversacks, pouches, all kinds of stuff. And many of you have asked me, have you seen anything from him? We heard this, we heard that. And all I've ever heard was good about his gear, and the gear that I've seen out in the field that others have owned and were using appeared to me to be very, very stout. Well, let me fast forward now. I attended a event a few months back, and I bought some tickets, and my name got drawn, and the prize was this guy right here from Hidden Woodsmen. This is the M55 Haversack is what he calls this. And some of you have asked me, is the M55 designed after a piece of military gear from the US? You know, you could see some things in here, but to my knowledge, there has never been a pack that was called the M55 in the US military's arsenal. What they did have was a armored craft with I think it had a recoilless rifle on it, M55. That's going back a lot. The Belgian war machine, they have a pack that's called the M55, but it's not quite like this. None of that really matters because what we are looking at here is a very quality piece of kit that would be beneficial to anybody that owns something from him. Now again, I'm not being paid to do this here, and this is something that I rarely buy tickets and stuff like that, but I did, and it paid off. So this is pretty cool. Now let me tell you, first of all, what kind of got this conversation going is that people were asking me, is there any USA made haversacks? And the answer is yes. You got this one, you got Campcraft Outdoors down in Kentucky. Jason Hunt makes some great haversacks out of waxed canvas. This is not waxed canvas, but the market is flooded with Chinese everything. I mean, somebody designs something and sends it to China, and they make 1,000 of them to get the price down, you know, and then they flood our market with it. Now you got stuff made from China. I won't say everything from China is junk, because truly it's not, but a good portion of it is, and that's just a sad truth. But if you're looking for an American-made piece of gear, then especially a small little day bag haversack, well, I can point you this direction because I've been looking this over, and this is a very stout piece of gear. Let me give you the specs on it first of all. And this is right off of his website. I'm reading here. It's the dimensions are 9 by 10 by 5 inches. It has a triple pouch design, hidden Velcro panel, US screen printed on the front. Fabric is water resistant. The webbing grid on the back side is, there's 3 MOLLE areas here. Stress points are reinforced. This is good. This got my attention. Rot proof nylon thread. That is usually an area of failure for bags coming out of China, is that the thread will rot, or even Europe sometimes. adjustable and removable shoulder strap, the 500D with liner, bright orange inside the liners, and of course it's made in the USA. Now what I've done to fill this out so you could actually see what it's like, you know, how much gear can you put in here? This is a lot of room right here. Now you've seen my chest rig that I use from Hill Country Gear, or Hill People Gear, sorry. Which I'm not going to replace that with this, but if you're looking for a day bag that you just want to go out for the day, you know, or overnight, you know, and I've said this before, you know, if you're packing a bag like this, you know, pack it with the idea that you might have to be out there overnight, and as big as this one is, maybe a couple nights. So let's get on the inside of it so you can see that. First of all, let's do this. Let's go around this and just kind of show you the features. You got a grab strap, which to me is a game changer. If a bag like this doesn't have a grab strap, I'm passing on it. I love these. It gets them up off the ground if you want to hang your gear. Makes it easy to toss it in and out of the vehicle. It has a nylon web strap on it that is adjustable, and all the hardware that he uses is very stout. The D-rings here are quite rugged. The attachment points here with this pinch hook is very rugged. Even the adjustment straps here are very rugged. You know, I've got very compliant bags here, and I was looking at them to compare that. I don't have it near me right now, but they're of the same quality, you know. The zippers, I don't know if these are Y2K or not, but they're very, very rugged. Look at this buckle here on the front, how heavy duty that thing is. Very heavy duty. And what I really like about this is that it has this, we'll just call it a porch that fits over the entire bag on the front to keep water from ingressing, getting inside here and leaking into the bag. All right. Now, one of the things that is mentioned here is water resistant. He's smart enough to say it's not waterproof, but I'm filling this, and I'm going to tell you something. You would have to put this underwater for a long time for it to get inside this bag. You know, so it's heavy duty, very, very stout. And then when you open this up, the front of it comes down like this, and there is this Velcro area here that you can put your identification patches here, whatever you want to. And then it has a, I'm just going to get out the measuring tape here to be able to show you how big each of these pouches are. This one that flips down, it measures, oops, approximately, we'll call it 10 inches by 5.5. Let's measure it from the top, it'd be easier. By 3 inches. So that's pretty big. And then it's got this middle pouch as well. That's the same length, maybe a little bit. No, it's 10. And it is almost 6 inches, right? By, we'll call it 3 inches. And then it has the main area here, right? You hear that paper that I put in there? This is probably, what does that say, 10? Yeah, 10 inches, and it is 2.5 inches. And again, it is also 10 inches wide there. So, I mean, you have got a lot of room on the inside of this guy. Now, like I said, I put this paper in here just so you could see how it feels out. But I'm going to take it out because on the inside of all his bags, all the inside of his bags are high-vis orange. You know, you could throw out the argument he does that for signaling purposes, but dude, I'm telling you right now, you'd be tough trying to signal with this, but I do like the orange insert nonetheless. Yeah, I'm going to put the paper back in there. Making a lot of racket with this paper. All right, now, while I'm going through this mess right here, for those of you that are saying, oh, I've got to have a USA made bag, okay? Now, what I've always told you, you can find them. They're there. You know, you can buy a berry compliant bag from Kelty. I've got one of their strike packs, and we've seen a few of their berry compliant bags. They're very good. But when you're talking berry compliant, we did a review on the, I think it's called the Strike 2000. I had the berry compliant, and then I had the one that was made offshore. The one that was made offshore was right in the $300 price range. The one that was made here in the US with all berry compliant materials, that dude was $600. So that's what you're going to have to weigh out, you know. Do I have the money to buy that type of bag or not? And if not, you're going to have to get what you can afford. That's just smart. So why would I even bring that up right now? Because everything that I've ever seen on his website, on Malcolm's website for Hidden Woodsmen, has been priced very, very reasonable. Now, when I first saw this, you know, we just kind of go through a guessing game when things like this come in. How much do you think that would be, you know? What do you think the warranty is going to be for that? And I was guessing this bag would be about $175 because it's handmade right here in the USA with impeccable materials, impeccable workmanship. But this bag right now on his website is $135, and it comes in 3 different flavors. You got the woodland, you got the ranger green, and then you've got the olive, I believe. I don't know what the lead time is on this. I've tried to reach out to Malcolm several times over the last, I don't know, last 12 years maybe. He's like Howard Hughes. He's a recluse. He's like one of those spiders that hide in the dark, and he works really hard. But he didn't want to be interviewed, so I'm okay with that. But you wanted to know if we'd seen any of his bags. Now we have, and I can tell you, I am extremely impressed, especially for